This is the camera that I altered because we were going to go to a big long trip to Europe, and it's a very nice camera, but unfortunately the wind noise on this is just terrible. It's like a hurricane when you're doing a video with this thing. So just before we left our trip, I was a little desperate to figure out how can I do something about this. And I came up with this idea. I tried several ideas, and none of it works very well. But the final one, I came up with this idea, is to put it like that. It's putty. What this is this is a tacky putty for sticking walls. You can actually put pictures up on the wall with this. It's very sticky and thick. It's about 3/8 inches and about 9 millimeters thick. So it's very dense too and very thick. And what I did is I cut it with this knife, and you can cut these with this to make whatever your camera is. And then you can form it without that problem at all, because it's very thick and very soft. And I put strips here and the strips here and the strips here on all over the place like that, and I formed it together so it you keep molding it together until it turns into a totally very dense putty. And then I also, because I was pretty serious about using this a lot in Europe, I use that tacky on top of it just to be sure. But I really don't think it's a necessity. But I did anyhow, and that worked good too. But what I really use is the old, it's the old dead cat. And it was too long for what I was using on the microphone. So I just cut it up because it was too long anyhow. And I used this knife and just marked it on here, whatever, can measure whatever size you need, then cut it into a little patch, and then you can just go ahead and stick it down. So with this, that's really solid. Like I say, we ran this all over for about 3 weeks, and I stuffed this thing together in with this case, and it worked very well. Also, the only thing you really have to be careful with this is to, in this camera, you'll see some little holes for the microphone. There's a microphone there, and there's like tiny small holes there, on the other side too. So you have to alter whatever your small camera is, and you're not going to make a mess with this putty, because like I say, I stuffed it around a lot, and it's still in good shape, and it's not going to, I was a little bit worried about it might going into those holes, but it doesn't. This is a rather solid, sturdy thing, these putties. And you can buy this putty. It's for hanging pictures to the wall. And Amazon has it, a lot of it from Amazon, or practically in any hardware around wherever you are should have this also. It's a very common thing. And then you have to find a so-called dead cat, and you stick that baby on there, and you'd be surprised how solid that thing is. And I'll put a quick video also to produce how well this is. I think what's the important thing is have a little bit of a gap here. That's why have such a thicker piece, so you have a little air gap in there. And I think it works very well that way. It's a mistake just to stick this down directly on the on those little holes. So I tried this before. You can buy some of those things on Amazon, and they come off very easily, but this doesn't. When you put this thing on, it's on solid. I did this for 3 weeks, and I had no problems whatsoever. So I think you'd be very happy with this, and you're not going to make a mess with your camera either. And I'm not worried about that. Just have to be a little bit careful that you're not going to put any putty into those holes. And even if you do, you can push it around like a pen like this, and it forms very well. This stuff is soft, and it works great. So I hope this video is happy, and I was surprised how well this works. And you can even alter, like it comes in different colors. If you have a black camera, you could probably use a pen like this to make it black. I think I did at one point, but anyhow, you can do any of that if you want to. So it'll look pretty professional. Anyhow, I was surprisingly, when I came home, I looked at the video and I said, my goodness, this thing really works. Because before I did this, it was just like the audio was impossible. It was unusable. But now the audios are quite nice, so I'm totally happy with this. At one point, I was thinking about getting a different camera, because this camera doesn't have an input microphone on it, and I was going nuts with the wind on this thing. But when I put the dead cat on there, it works very well. I'm going to put a clip at the end of this so you can see how effective at the top of the hill. It was very effective up there. I was surprised how so effective it was. I hope this video is very useful to you. If you try this, I think you'll be surprised how well it works. And it would be great if you could subscribe, and also a thumbs up will be great also. Thank you very much.
Do you think there looks like a little line forming by those green things?